A lot of you guys follow me and you like my channel because I make a lot of videos on saving money when it comes to fishing and just other products. So today we're gonna do a little unboxing because I think I might have found a gem. I'm not 100%, I've never used it, I haven't held it in my hands yet, but I might have found a gem. So I have two reels that have been sitting in my room for the longest time. I have a Daiwa Fuego and a Shimano Sahara. And I've been really looking at getting rods for them, but honestly, I just haven't had the money to blow. I originally wanted to get something nice and make like a nice drop shot setup and a nice like wacky worm setup. But unfortunately, I just didn't have the doubloons to do so. So I was looking through rods and I was looking at rod reviews online and I came across this rod for 50 bucks. Like that's what it cost. It wasn't on sale, nothing like that. It was $50 and it looked way too nice to be a $50 rod, right? So I ordered one. I went ahead to check one out because I was looking at reviews and things like that and it was just like unbelievably nice for the price. So I figured, you know what, I'm balling on a budget. What do I got to lose? It's 50 bucks. And with that, I figured worst case scenario, I would be able to get a cheap rod for one of these reels so I could actually put them to use because they're just collecting dust in my bedroom. And they're very nice reels that I actually want to use. So I went ahead, I ordered this rod and we're gonna check it out with you guys today because a lot of you guys are always asking me and you're looking into getting an inexpensive spinning rod or casting rod and it's really hard to find one for a cheap price that's actually quality. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna grab this box and we're gonna check it out. You know, I don't really know how this is gonna work. It's like, this box is like quadruple the size of my table. Alrighty, so here we go. Right here I got it in front of me. We're about to unbox it. I'm gonna show you guys. This is gonna be difficult because this is actually a one-piece rod and it is 7 foot and the area space that I'm in right now is like not even 3 foot. So we're gonna try and make it work. Boom. So there you guys have it. We have the rod out of the box. This right here is a 7 foot, one-piece Daiwa Arid. I've never used this rod before. I've honestly never owned a Daiwa rod ever in my life. I fish with the reels. I'm not really sure why. I just never looked at them as really a company that made good rods. So I came across this one just doing some research on the internet and it had just ridiculous reviews. So I thought I'd pick one up and try one out, especially for the price. Like I said, guys, I'm always trying to find good deals for you guys. My subscribers are always looking for affordable ways to go fishing and things like that. So we're gonna give you my first look. I'm gonna talk about a couple things about it that I just noticed and things that I like. And unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to fish with it today because it's snowing outside. We got a snowstorm last night. All the lakes are frozen and you guys know the deal. So unfortunately, I can't give you a 100% review on it, but I can give you like a first look and my consideration and why I bought it, etc. So as you guys can see here, it has, you know, like golden accents on it, which I think is really cool. And I'll pop up what I looked at on the internet because when I looked it up on the website that I bought it from, it actually looked like it was like a matte black. I didn't know it had these like gold carbon fiber accents in the rod. And I actually think that's really cool. You also have the gold right here by the reel seats and by the grips. And that actually is really cool. I like that a lot better than what I thought it was. So yeah, if you guys just want something that looks sexy, it definitely has that going for you. And I think that's pretty cool. I think it's gonna pair up well with maybe the Shimano that I have. We'll have a little bit of gold on gold. That'll actually look really sweet. So the specs of this rod, this is a 7 foot medium heavy fast action. I wanted something that I could use for shaky heads, drop shots, when I'm walleye fishing in Lake Erie. I just kind of wanted an all-purpose, you know, spinning rod. So this is gonna do just that. Going into the actual rod itself, this is a graphite rod, and actually one thing that I think is really cool about this is it has that gloss on it, like that, almost like that epoxy coating, and it gives it that look like a glass rod has. So if you guys have ever used a glass rod before, this has a similar feel, and it is a blank graphite. It does have aluminum guides on it, so it is very light to the touch. Without having a reel on it, this sucker is really light, which I think is gonna make it very sensitive, and I really like that. It's got a very stiff tip to it, so it's not like a noodle, which I love. I hate noodly rods. Sometimes you get a medium heavy rod and they just feel like you can just wah them all the time, even when they are fast action. Did you guys like that description? Wah. It actually does feel pretty good. It does have a fast tip on it. One thing that I think is really cool that you guys will notice right here, I know I can't get a ton in camera because I don't have a super wide angle view. So it actually has guides that roll into a micro guide. So if you see up here, you have your typical line guide up here that you guys will see. But as you get to like the last 4 guides, they are micro guides. I don't know if you guys like micro guides. People have mixed emotions about micro guides. Personally, I do like micro guides. I think they make the rods way more sensitive, and they give it just a better feel for me personally. At the end of the day, I don't really care, but if I do have the option, I do like micro guides. So that's personal preference, but you kind of get the best of both worlds with this rod. And another thing that I like right off the bat is I like that the reel seat is at the top of the rod. You know, that tightens your reel into the grip. I don't like when they're built into the bottom of the reel and things like that. I like to keep my hand off of that. On top of that, it actually has your hook placement at the very bottom in the split grip. So it is split grip, by the way, too, if you guys didn't notice that before. I do like when you can seat your bait right down there, if you guys can see that. I hate when they're down here on the rod. When they're on the neck of the rod, it tends to seem like your line just gets caught there every single time you cast, and a lot of times that just annoys me. This rod is probably the perfect size for a 3000 reel. This Shimano Sahara right here is a 3000. This Daiwa that I have, the Fuego, is a 4000. It's a little bit bigger. With the way this rod looks, I think I'm just gonna throw this reel on there just because it's got gold on gold, and I actually think that's gonna be really slick. Though I would like to put a Daiwa on a Daiwa, I think this is what I'm gonna end up doing. Something else I noticed that's really cool when it comes to this rod is the reel seat is actually like almost the rod itself, if that makes sense. So as you guys can see there, you have like the split grip, but then you also have like another split between the reel seats. So there's my reel right there, and that's actually the rod that sits right there. So that's actually pretty cool. I think that's slick. Overall, I think it's cool. Like, I'm happy with it. First look for $50. You guys are always looking for a bang for your buck. It's really hard to find a good quality setup for 50 bucks. Or I shouldn't say setup, just a rod for a reel. For you to go out and spend 50 bucks on a rod and 50 bucks on a reel, spend $100 and get something really quality in your hands, it's not easy to do. So I think this is a perfect way to do it right here. And you know, I'm excited to get out there and fish it. So all the pros of this rod, they're there, but when it comes to cons, I can't tell you yet. So cons that I might be looking at after going out and fishing this is the backbone gonna hold up? After I catch a few fish on there and, you know, I'm setting the hook a lot, is this stiffness and is this sensitivity gonna stay in this rod, or is this backbone gonna completely give out? Is it gonna get noodly, and is it gonna lose its sensitivity? That's always something that you're looking at when it comes to cheaper rods. Is sometimes they feel great right off the bat, and then they just go down the toilet with, you know, backbone and things like that. They just don't hold up long term. The other thing is these guides. They could be good guides or they could be cheap guides. A lot of times cheap guides will chip. You throw your rod in and out of your car so many times and then you get little dink marks. It starts fraying your line and it just becomes a problem. Things like that. So we're gonna find out after we get out and use this. I will do a follow-up for this video when it comes to fishing with this rod to tell you guys if I actually like it or not. But for 50 bucks, guys, I'm content. I will go out and use this. It is a good looking rod. It feels great in my hand. It's, like I said, it's not a noodle. It feels like it's gonna have a fast tip on it. I feel like it's gonna make a great drop shot, shaky head, worm rod. When you're throwing Cincos, things like that, it should be perfect for that. So for $50, it gets a check in my book right now. I'm gonna leave it linked down below for you guys in case you wanna check it out. But again, I don't take my 100% word for it. If you guys go and fish with it and don't like it, then I'm sorry. If you love it, then I'm glad I could help you guys out. I'm gonna go ahead and the second I get out to fish with this, I will make a video review and I will post it in the description down below once I do that. But for now, she's gonna sit inside while it stays snowy and cold outside. So there you guys have it. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys like this style video, do me a favor, drop a like and leave a comment down below. If you have fished with this rod before, do leave a comment down below. People are probably curious because I cannot give that review just yet. I know you guys like the price point and the money saving videos. for that matter. I know you guys like them a lot on this channel. Some of my most viewed videos are about how you can save money when it comes to going fishing. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new here, do me a favor, smash that subscribe button. And if you don't follow me on Instagram already, make sure you go over and do that. You guys are gonna see a lot of exclusive content that you don't see here on YouTube on Instagram. So go ahead and do that, and I will see you guys in the next one.